This year has been an interesting year to say the very least. But today I want to talk about the biggest disappointments we've seen so far this year. I think there was a lot of hype carrying over from the bubble and people coming back from injury and teams that we thought could take the next step. So I think it's a very great day to talk. I have like weird hair right now, so please ignore that. I think it's a really great topic to talk about. So let's hop in. Let me hear your comments down below. Who do you think are the biggest NBA disappointments this year? So let's get into the video. We'll first talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves, who I made a video about actually yesterday, which is more in depth. So if you want to go check that out, do it. But the Timberwolves have been a disappointment because Ryan Saunders got to go, and Cat has not played at all, barely. He's literally barely played this year. The team is just a whole entire mess. Rubio's playing bad. They don't have their picks, and it's just a really bad situation for them. For a team that we thought could maybe be a borderline playoff team. Maybe. I think it's pretty wild how far Pascal Siakam has fallen. And I know a lot of people commented on my YouTube channel and a Reddit post that made that Pascal struggled last year because he hadn't touched the ball because of quarantine and he was just rusty in the bubble. And that's why he played terrible. And everyone was saying he's going to play better. And it's wild because last year he shot 45%, same as he did from the floor, but he's shooting 35% from three, and this year he's shooting 23%. And his true shooting has really fallen from 2 seasons ago where he shot true shooting of 62%, and this year he's only shooting a true shooting of 52%. So it's just wild how far he's fallen, and statistically, if you look at rebounding, he's doing better. Assists, he's doing better. Defensively, he's about the same, but he's kind of like a little bit worse than he usually is. So it's just interesting to see through 18 games that he has played that he doesn't look as good as he did 2 years ago. I forgot to mention that I believe the Toronto Raptors are still beating the same dead horse in the sense that I feel like they're still riding that championship team because it's basically not entirely the same, but there's still a lot of the same pieces there from when they won the championship. And they were leaving space to get a superstar like Harden or Giannis, and that didn't work out. So I just feel like they're just kind of confused. I think Atlanta has low-key been a disappointment due to the fact that Atlanta was a team that started the year off really hot. Trae Young was playing amazing. And now the roster's kind of been riddled with injury. They brought in free agents like Bogdanovich and Gallinari to provide depth, and we barely saw both play in the same game. And Chris Dunn, who was supposed to add defense, has been rehabbing from surgery. And DeAndre Hunter was looking like a good second or third option next to Trae and Collins and was performing consistently both on offense and defense. And then he suffered a right knee discomfort and he's going to miss at least a week. So it sucks because the Hawks have been a crippled team and it's been tough to watch. And I think if they were healthy, they would reach their potential. It's just like we thought they were really going to. I made a lot of videos saying they were going to take the next jump. It just sucks that they haven't because of injuries. Yeah, Blake Griffin, it's just the demise of him, and he's on the Pistons who are very bad, and they play hard, but it's been hard to watch Blake, a guy who was once unquestionably one of the most athletic players in the entire NBA, now has trouble backing down Duncan Robinson on a post. And that's nothing against Duncan. He doesn't have the lateral movement to play effective defense against most players. His three-point shot is mediocre, and his overall game is just kind of sad to watch. I know players who rely on athleticism have an ideology that it's either adapt or die. Well, it's pretty much sad to see that Blake's career is on a downward slope. The Dallas Mavericks, Luka and Kristaps specifically, have just kind of been disappointing. Luka in the sense that I don't think statistically he has been disappointing. I think it's just he's been overwhelmed with all the ball responsibility and he's really carrying the team on his back. So it just looks like he's disappointing. So I'm going to put that there. But the team, it's just like, look, Kristaps sucks in the clutch. And you could argue Luka needs to find his shot more. And the Mavs have had some trouble with protocol, with some essential role players not being available for several weeks. And it's just that Porzingis, you think a guy who's 7'3" and can shoot, he only posts up like twice a game at most. And he just plays like a 6'3" guard instead of the 7'3" player he is. And like besides that, I think the other thing is this team is their defense is really bad. They kind of have a bad attitude. Josh Richardson still disappoints since last year. They do really miss Seth Curry's shooting. And again, Kristaps Porzingis isn't a max player. And Rick Carlisle's a great coach, but it just doesn't seem like it's been a great coaching job this year. The Miami Heat were thought as a lock for the top 5 in the conference, and I still hope they can get there as Bam has taken another step forward, and Butler's still a beast, but he just can't shoot outside right now. His shooting outside is non-existent, and we all know what he's capable of, but you got to have that extra threat to keep them from sitting on your drives. So I just think that also Hero and Butler are playing decent, but they're missing a lot of guys, and they've been screwed with the protocols, plus they've gone screwed with injuries. It's just a rough year for the Heat. Hopefully they can bounce back. My biggest disappointment is the Magic. 2 season-ending injuries to key players just stinks. They look like they were off to a strong start, but everything just fell apart so quickly, and now they look like one of the worst 3 teams in the league. With Vucevic balling out nightly, it's just sad that the Magic are still regressing. It's a team that I feel like they've been stuck in the same flux position since Dwight Howard has left. It's just sad to watch. I really like the Magic. I lived in Lake Marion, Eustis, and Tavares, Leesburg area. Lake County and Orange County represent. That's pretty much the video for me today, guys. If there's any, honorable mentions, you could say the Washington Wizards with Russell Westbrook just kind of looking like bum. They owe him $44 and $47 million. Then there's Davis Bertrans, who 85% of his shots are from three-point, and he's only shooting 32%, and he just cashed in. The Trailblazers, all their forwards, Robert Covington, Rodney Hood, Carmelo Anthony, and Derrick Jones Jr. By the way, I'm reading these off The Athletic just because I agreed with them. Then I made a post on NBA Discussions subreddit. I wrote on there's a bunch of other people, a lot of theirs got into this video. I think the only one I didn't mention, which I want to keep to the end, was Zion Williamson. And it's Zion Williamson due to the fact that I feel like for his hype, he hasn't lived up to the hype. He was supposed to be this amazing player who was supposed to take off and change everything, be the next coming of LeBron. That just has not happened. And besides that, I think Kelly Oubre, some people are complaining about, but I think Oubre is fine. He's just a risky, high risk, high reward player. So that's just how I see it. I think that's everything I've covered so far. I don't think anything else needs to be covered. But that's pretty much the video today, guys. I gotta go to the NBA, then catch a plane. I need a shower. But that's about it, guys. I hope you guys do have a great one. Till next time, guys. Puppies out.